Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome to a special Y Mega Evolve video. Now when it comes to these specials, I'm not going to be doing the normal intro that I normally do in these type of videos because I'm not going to be telling you guys which Pokemon I'm going to be talking about for the next episode. But regardless, today is a special, and if you cannot tell by the date, it is Halloween. So before I actually get any further, happy Halloween guys. If you guys are going out, have an awesome time, and also be safe because there are some crazy assholes out there during Halloween. But regardless, I wanted to do a special Y Mega Evolve for Halloween. If you cannot tell by the Pokemon we're talking about, it is Mega Gourgeist, because Gourgeist is a walking jack-o'-lantern. But the reason why I'm doing a Mega Gourgeist special for Halloween is because last year when X and Y was still a thing, I was somewhat of a shiny hunter. Now I only shiny hunt in the Friend Safari because that was the easiest place to get a shiny. Now for Halloween last year, I wanted to get a shiny ghost type, but morely a shiny Pumpkaboo, because obviously it's a pumpkin and Halloween. I mean, you kind of get where I'm going at. But regardless, I hunted all day and I did not find a shiny Pumpkaboo to save my life. But it was like around 11:30 at night before the next day. About 20 minutes later, literally 10 minutes before midnight, I found a shiny Pumpkaboo, and it was on Halloween night. I was so happy, like really happy. I cannot express like my ecstaticment when I found it. But regardless, I want to actually talk about Mega Gourgeist for this year's Halloween, because it is a Halloween Pokemon pretty much. But regardless, as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but left its special attack alone, because there's really no reason for me to increase it nor decrease it. But before we actually start talking about its stats and everything, yes, I know other Pumpkaboos and Gourgeist have different base stats. Now what I'm hoping Game Freak does, if he does decide to give Gourgeist a Mega Evolution, is that he kind of just sticks with one of the Pumpkaboo's base stats when they Mega Evolve. So I'm hoping that he will stick with like the Super Size, because that's the base stat I'm going by for this Mega Evolution video. Is I'm going with the Super Size Gourgeist. But like I was saying, if Game Freak does decide to give Gourgeist a Mega Evolution, like they would just stick with the Super Size stats. So like for instance, I'm not sure which one has lower stats, but like for instance, if the smaller one has a lower stat than the Super Size, when it Mega Evolves, will have the same base stats as a Super Gourgeist size. So that's what I'm trying to get at, is that no matter what size the Gourgeist is, when it Mega Evolves, will have the same base stat as the Super Size one. So that's what I'm hoping Game Freak will do, is that he will just stick with one of the Pumpkaboo size, morely the Super Size one, and just do that for all the Gourgeist, because I don't think Game Freak wants to have like 4 different base stats for a Mega Gourgeist because of size. But regardless, that's what I'm hoping Game Freak will do. But as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, like I said, I increased everything but its special attack alone. So with all that said, let's just get right into it. Now for its physical attack, I increased it from base 100 to base 125. Now the reason why I've done that was because most of the time when you run a competitive Gourgeist, or at least what I run max HP, max physical defense, and 8 or 4 or 8 in attack, depending if you want to go 4, 248 in HP or 252 in HP. Pretty much it's just the difference between 1 point. But most of the time I run like 248 in HP and 8 in physical attack and 252 in physical defense with the Impish Nature. That's the set I mostly run. And most of the time when you run like a stat move on Gourgeist, you either run Seed Bomb or you run Shadow Sneak, or sometimes Phantom Force. But I run either Shadow Sneak or what's it called? Seed Bomb, but sometimes both, depending on what set I like to run. But I wanted to give it an increase into its physical attack to base 125. That way Shadow Sneak, Phantom Force, or Seed Bomb will do a lot more damage than it would have being at base 100. So I think base 125 for its physical attack would be very good. Now for its physical defense, I increased it from base 122 to base 155. Now obviously Gourgeist is a defensive Pokemon pretty much, so I want to increase its physical defense to base 155 because it's just going to be a defensive mon. I mean, granted that it's not going to be able to take special hits all that well, considering that it's weak to Ghost and also Fire. But regardless of that, when it comes to like its physical defense, you can switch it in on like a fighting type Pokemon, and then like the fighting type moves won't affect it all that much, and so on and so forth. But I think base 155 for its physical defense is just going to make this thing a very bulky monster. Now for its special defense, I increased it from base 75 to base 100. I want to give Gourgeist's special defense a little bit of a boost as well to an equal base 100 because obviously its weakest defensive set is its special defense. So I want to increase it to base 100. That way it'll be even 100. And if you want to run like a special defensive Gourgeist, which I don't see anyone doing at any time, I mean you can, but it will be able to eat up special hits a lot better than it would have being a base 75. And last but not least, for its speed, I increased it from base 54 to base 71. There's really no reason, like I said, for me to increase its special attack nor decrease it, so I put the last points I had into its speed, so I made it to base 71. I mean, it's not made to be a very fast Pokemon, it's made to be a bulky Pokemon, but regardless, being at base 71, even a little bit of a speed increase can do it some good, so I think base 71 would be very, very good. Now, as a regular Gourgeist, its base stats at 494, and with the Mega Evolution, it's going to be at 594. Now, for its ability, I wanted to actually give it somewhat of a tricky ability, if that makes sense. So I decided to go with Prankster because Gourgeist does run Will-O-Wisp on it most of the time, so Prankster will kick in with using Will-O-Wisp because Will-O-Wisp is a status conditioning move, and when it comes to Prankster, it makes status conditioning moves like the top priority pretty much. So I think Prankster is an amazing ability for Gourgeist because it does get access to Will-O-Wisp, which is pretty much the most common status and element move that Gourgeist does. And it does run Leech Seed, but I don't know if Leech Seed does get affected by Prankster. I mean, it probably does, but don't quote me on that. I'm probably wrong, but I think Prankster is a very good ability for Gourgeist. And for its typing, I left it alone as Grass Ghost. There's honestly no reason for me to change its typing. I mean, yeah, there's pretty much no reason for me to change its typing. Ghost Grass is a very unique typing besides Trevenant. But with all that said, there is Mega Gourgeist. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Once again, happy Halloween. If you guys are going out or if you already went out, hope you had an awesome time. And if you're about to go out, I hope you have a safe time because don't forget, there are some assholes out there that will take advantage of you. But regardless, once again, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.